Ritual is a powerful tool that's been ingrained in our societies for as long as we have recorded history. Every society, every culture has had some form of ritual. Why? What is the benefit of ritual, and how can you use this quality to enhance your spiritual practice? That's what I want to talk about today. So when we say ritual, sometimes the word ritual even seems a bit like, oh, what are we going to burn something, or are we doing magic, or are we doing some sort of paganistic tradition? No, we do rituals every day. Ritual is a part of habit somehow. We can have habits or we can have them rituals. Basically, ritual is a habit with an intention. Ritual can be setting an intention. But there's a reason why so many spiritual traditions or so many cultures have ritual as a foundational part of their tradition. Because ritual is having a strong effect on our mind, specifically our reptilian mind. So the reptilian mind is the most ancient, most primitive part of the mind. And it's the part of survival, the part of fight or flight. And ritual is helping to ease this part of the mind. So what is ritual? I'll get into that first. Ritual is doing some sort of action with an intention. Doing some sort of action in a way that it seems almost elegant or beautiful, or a form of offering or a form of prayer. The key though is intention. We do an action with intention. And when we repeat this action to the point that it becomes a ritual, it has a strong effect on that reptilian brain, on that fight or flight, fear, be on the lookout for any dangers response. And this is why it's part of so many cultures. This is why there's the tea ritual before a business meeting. You don't have a business meeting and you just sit down and you go straight to business. When you want to talk, like a powerful person to another powerful person, they don't just sit down and say, I want your money, you want my money, let's make an exchange. No, there's some sort of ritual. And that's usually some sort of tea ceremony or a dinner or something where we have a moment together where there's nothing threatening. There's nothing that can make either of us scared of the, in this case, business proposition that's to come. So we take a moment to soothe that part of the brain that's on alert and tell it that it's safe. So that can be, having tea. I know this is strong in the Japanese culture. They really take time to make this elegant ceremony of the tea. Or you have a meal, or you do a dance, or you do a ceremony where, yes, you light a fire. Maybe you're sacrificing an animal that you're going to eat. There's so many different types of ritual. And the key is that it's putting this part of the brain at ease. These little actions, these little physical actions that we do over and over are starting to tell the mind, it's okay. This is a beautiful ceremony taking place. There's something that I don't need to be afraid of. I don't need to be worried about. And this is where we can bring this into our meditation practice, into our yoga practice, into our love-making practice, into any sort of thing where we want to feel at ease when we're doing it. We make a ritual about it. So a ritual doesn't have to be sacrificing an animal or having a fire. Rituals can be very simple things. You can have brushing your teeth be a ritual. Brushing your teeth can be a habit, or it can be a ritual. It can be, I'm going to brush this with intention to cultivate health, peace of mind for the day. So what can you do for your meditation practice? Little things make it very simple. Burning an incense, lighting a candle. You can use a sacred object. You can touch the sacred object. You can use a sound. You can clap to start the ritual. You can use a bell. There's so many ways that we can just do a simple act, but we do it every time before whatever the event is, and that immediately tells our subconscious, our primitive reptilian mind, that it's safe. And that enables us in a spiritual practice to go deeper inside right away, to not have to worry about that fear response within the body because, it's okay. I know this place. The most primitive part of you knows this place. And that's immediately we can bypass that and we can go to the higher parts of the mind very quickly. So I would encourage you, find something that can make your practice a ritual if you don't have already. One of my favorites is an incense. I really like incense. I like the smell of incense. I like the intention behind lighting an incense. I light an incense, I offer it to the divine, I place it there, and that's like a beautiful part of my ritual. It can be a candle. If you don't want it to be something that you're constantly burning and have to buy more of, you can use a bell, you can use some sacred object or a picture of someone that inspires you, whether it's a holy figure, Jesus or Buddha, or maybe, Einstein, something like that, where you set an intention with it. You can look at it, you can touch it, you can interact with it in some way each time. And each time you do that, you're programming yourself a little bit more that, okay, what's coming next is a beautiful thing. So we're going to use this bell because it's very nice. And we're going to ring this bell for the rest of the program every time before we go into meditation. And this is going to start to signal it's time. It's time for the ceremony, that the ritual, which for us right now will be meditation. And this has been kind of proven or reaffirmed. What's always been a tradition of ritual has been reaffirmed through the recent-ish findings of Dr. Ian Pavlov. I'm sure many of you have heard of the Pavlovian response, where he trained dogs to have a sort of reaction exactly to the bell. Every time that he would feed the dogs, he would ring the bell just before food was given. Over and over with repeat, this became a ritual. And what would happen is as soon as he would ring the bell, the dogs would start to salivate. They'd be hungry immediately. Their body would go into the whole biophysiological reaction as if food was there, even though there was no food. And he could ring that bell, no food present at all. The dogs their entire digestive system would be fired up. So we can use this to our benefit, to enhance our spiritual practice by making anything to a ritual. So I'm going to encourage you, find something, some object, some sound, some incense, it can even be like a string or a rope that you put around you. There's so many different ways that you can signal to your brain what's coming is a sacred and special thing. And with that said, we've only got 10 more days left in this series. 10? It's 22, so we've only got 9 more days left in this series. I pray it's not the last 9 days that you ever do meditation, and I hope you're enjoying. I think if you got this far, you have been enjoying. So what I'm going to encourage you, if right now you're meditating only in this time with me, I encourage you to find another 5 minutes in the day where you can do this on your own. It's only 5 minutes. All you need is a timer, and I want you to bring something that will be your ritual object. Whether it's a bell or an incense or a picture of something. Or it can even just be a few words that you say. You can verbally say out loud, now I'm going to sit for meditation with the intention to go inside. Something like that. But find something that makes it your ritual. Because what I really want is I want you to take this with you. I want this to become a part of your routine, a part of your life, because I know it can benefit you in so many ways. And the best thing that you can do for yourself is to start to do that now on your own. And you can continue on your own for the next 9 days. Still come to the class with me because I'm going to be sharing more information and we're going to be doing some more beautiful stuff. But if you can find 5 minutes of the day where you can do it by yourself, where you can show yourself, I don't need Andrew on the screen to guide me. I can actually do this on my own. So if right now you're practicing with me in the morning, if you can do that 5 minutes just before bed, that's perfect. If right now you're practicing with me any other time, the evening or the afternoon, if you can find 5 minutes first thing in the morning, that's amazing. If you can find 5 minutes at one of these points, try to do that. Try to find that 5 minutes on your own. Just set the timer, sit down. Even if it's more difficult, I'm not guiding you. You know already. Sit up nice and tall. Take 3 deep breaths. Already that's the ritual. We've already programmed a ritual. But if you can bring something of your own into it, it'll be that much more personalized. And when it becomes your own thing, that's when you integrate it. That's when you will go really far. Okay? This is it. Ritual soothes the reptilian mind, calms down that worry, on alert, fight or flight kind of part of the brain, tells us that we're safe and enables us to go deeper, faster. If you can make your own ritual, make this practice your own, you will go deeper, faster. That's what I want for you. That's your homework. Sorry, homework. You're at school now. But only do it if you enjoy it, because homework to me, I hated hated homework. I never did homework. So do it if you enjoy it. The most important thing is that you enjoy it. It's not a stress. It's not a torture. You don't take the whip. Enjoy it. Let's get ready to practice. So if you have your object or tool or incense or a candle or anything that you want to be part of your ritual, I suggest you right now pause the video, take that object, if it's an incense, light the incense. If it's a candle, light the candle. And then we'll find our way into our sitting position. Today we're going to do Ardha Padmasana, again, half lotus. Yesterday we started with the left leg. I said right, but we start with the left. So today we're going to start with the right. So we bend the right leg in, we lock the knee on the left, and we bring the top of the foot on top of the thigh, finding however we're comfortable in the position, sitting nice and tall, pressing the seat down, reaching the crown of the head up, shoulders back and down. We'll take our 3 deep breaths, then our little ritualistic action, and go directly into meditation. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Then open the mouth and sigh it out. Oh, soften the body. Soften the mind. Again, deep inhalation. Sigh it out. Oh, letting go. Coming to here and now. One more time, as full a breath as you can. Deep inhalation. Sniffing even more. And let go. Oh. Sitting with the eyes closed. Tension turned inside. Notice where you are now. And if you want, you can touch your object for the ritual, offer the candle or incense. And we will prepare now for our meditation. Start to bring your awareness to the flow of respiration, in and out through the nose. Feel the breath flowing in. Feel the breath flowing out. Fully concentrated on the sensations and tiny vibrations of the breath. Start to introduce the mantra, so, hum. So, hum. Inhaling the sound so, exhaling the sound hum, just mentally. Staying connected with the flow of respiration, connected with the mantra. Notice if you, instead of narrating the mantra. If you can just listen to it. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. So hum, so hum. Sitting with the eyes closed, attention turned inside, taking note of your overall state of being after the practice. Any insights? Any visions, memories, experiences that arose for you? Wherever you are, take these final moments to say thank you. Thank you for this beautiful ritual, this beautiful ceremony of meditation, the time to look within, connect with myself. Take a deep inhalation into the heart. And as you exhale, gently coming back. So that once again, I can say thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. And remember, I really encourage you, try to find 5 minutes, some other time during the day where you can sit and do this on your own. Any pose you like, any technique you like, any ritual tool you like, but find that time to do it for yourself. 5 minutes, but it's such a beautiful gift for your life. Have a beautiful day. See you again tomorrow. Namaste.